Soon we're going to have the Global Mercy coming online. You can't help but be moved by the things that you see here. That's life-changing and it's life-giving.
Hello and welcome to Mercy Ships. My name's Anne Buckland. I'm the Global Campaign Manager for Mercy Ships, and we are currently on board the Global Mercy. We have a specially little constructed studio on the Global Mercy as part of the Come On Board season, which we've been using as a bit of an excuse to just hear from various volunteers for Mercy Ships and hear some of their stories and why people do what they do as well. So joining me today are Johny and Tamara. Hi, how are you both?
Hi, we are doing well. Yeah.
Perfect. Now, tell me a little bit about yourself. Johny, first, how did you come across Mercy Ships?
Yeah, it is a very long story, but I heard about mentorship in my church in 2016. So when I heard about it, I was a bit hesitant because of my English. Because I studied English at school, but I cannot speak fluently. So the announcement in my church is, messageship are looking for those who can speak fluently English. And I was, okay, it's not for me then. And later on, my pastor has called me and said, but you used to go to Nigeria, you speak English a little bit, you can do it. So I tried my chance, and then here I am.
Perfect.
Yeah.
Perfect. And Tamara, how about you?
Yeah, I was as well in my church back home in Switzerland, and there was somebody giving an interview about the company they're having, and then she just mentioned that she's just working like 1 day a week for Mercy Ships in the office, and that was stuck with me. And then I googled Mercy Ships, and I found out they're needing a baker as well, and I'm a baker back home, and I applied, and then I joined Africa Mercy.
That's brilliant.
Yeah.
So actually, in some of these shows, we've talked to people about those professions that you don't necessarily think about. Sometimes when people hear Mercy Ships, you quite often think about the medicals, you think about the training, but a baker, that's...
Yes.
Yeah.
What does that involve doing?
For me, that's like during the week, I'm preparing the breakfast. Like that's from oatmeal or scrambled eggs or whatever. Yeah, the crew wants. And then the bread, obviously, and some desserts like during the week. Yeah, that's my main job.
Perfect. And how did you feel when you found out that you could actually volunteer as...
I was quite surprised first. Like when I found out about Mercy Ships, I more heard the stories, about medical jobs. So and then later on, when I saw they're actually looking for a baker, I was quite surprised and happy too. And it was great to come on board too. And then I realized as well, the food service department is important. Like without that, nothing will work here. And that's great to be in this team. Yeah.
Yes, food is kind of vital, isn't it, for keeping everything going?
Yes, yeah.
And Johny, how about you?
Yeah, I joined the ship as a cook. In 2019, I joined as a crew member and become the galley team leader. And I'm really enjoying the time in the galley, making amazing food for our lovely crew. And that is one thing who's making me happy in this organization. I'm free to show my skill and keep as possible. It's God who is take care of us, but try to keep everyone safe from the food. And it's quite amazing, the galley. Anyway, yes.
Perfect. And how did you both meet?
I was actually in the galley.
Yes. We joined the ship the same day.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Yes. Yeah.
So.
In 2019.
Yeah.
Yeah. Then in the galley, like the bakery is in the galley, and there you work together because sometimes for the menu you
Yeah.
need baguettes or whatever. Like for hamburgers, you need the bread buns, and that's
Mhm.
just
Yeah.
you work with each other, and that's how we met.
Nice.
Yeah.
So how long have you been together?
2
Um,
years already.
Yes, yeah,
Yeah.
2 years.
2 years.
Yes,
And you both serve now on the Global Mercy?
yes.
Yeah.
Perfect. So were you
Mm.
on the Africa Mercy before?
Yeah. Both
Mhm.
of us, we were on the Africa Mercy before. Yeah.
Perfect.
Yes. Mhm.
And what has volunteering together been like?
Like, it is great to share the same passion, like to help people, to serve others. And it's great that you can do it with your job, what you actually do back home, and you can come here and serve others in other countries. And I think, as well the cultures, like you get to know each other better, and you see all the different cultures, and it's just inspiring, and you learn a lot. Yes.
Yeah, as she said, it's as well a very good place to build a friendship,
Mm-hmm.
and that friendship is forever. It's not like we just met each other and that's it. Some of the people, when we met them, even they leave the ship, you stay in communication with them, and they used to impact your life, encourage you to serve more better than you deserve, and it's quite compassionate,
Mm-hmm.
and that is kind of the life we live as volunteer on the ship. Yeah.
That's amazing. Now, Johnny, you came on board as a day crew as well, didn't you?
Yes.
First, what does that mean? What does that look like?
Yeah, the J crew, they are those people in each country the ship is going to help the ship, because we need more people to accomplish the mission.
Mm-hmm.
Only the crew cannot do everything by themselves, and having the day crew on the ship is to help them provide the training for
Mhm.
some of them as well. And after the ship leave the country, they have the opportunity to improve that experience they had, and that is helping most of them to change their life, and it's quite, yeah.
So for you, what did that look like? What did you come on board?
Yeah, 2016 when I was day crew, I was quite happy to be in the galley because I met many chefs, and uh, my wish is to become a chef. So I talked to them. I said, I need to train. I need you to train me. What matter? I follow the ship or I stay in my country. That can help me to find a job and then continue to 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 become a real chef. So after the ship left, I was okay. What am I going to do? So I got like a apprenticeship for 1 year again with another chef in Benin.
Mm-hmm.
And after that, I joined the ship back. I say, yeah, I'm ready now. If they want a head chef, I'm here to do it. And anyway, it's a blessing. Yeah. Be the crew is a blessing, and become a crew as well is a huge blessing from God. Yeah.
Why is that?
Yeah. To become a crew.
Mm.
Uh, it's true that question is quite difficult sometimes to respond,
Mm-hmm.
but on my side, it's a call from God. Yeah, because it sounds crazy to leave your school aside and look forward to become a crew and just serve without salary, without anything. And it's call of God. It's God who wants me to be here. That's why I'm here, and His blessing. Yeah.
Perfect. And what about for you, Tamara? How does it? I've heard from a lot of volunteers that mercy ships can really get under people's skin, and actually I know from my own experience as well. Once you hear the stories of impact and lives changed and tumours removed, and it does, you want to know more. Can you remember what it was like when you realised actually you wanted to stay for longer than maybe you'd first signed up for?
Yeah, it is difficult. Like, I sometimes don't know by myself, like, what is the answer for it. Like, I just doing it, and I feel great joy in working with Mercy Ships, and see all those life-changing surgeries. But I think it's as well this, like, to be part of this community, it's kind of a family. And it's not only the patients, it is as well each crew member who, like, you hear the stories from them, and this, like, giving you advice for your life, how you want to live it. And that was maybe one reason I wanted to come back into this family again. That's why I joined Global Mercy, probably. Yeah. Yes.
Perfect. What's your favourite thing to cook? Do you cook together, or is it, you're obviously quite quiet?
I think mostly, like, there's a crew galley as well you can use for yourself. Mostly it's an African dish, because we cook international in the galley. And a few times we are able to cook Africans, but mostly we don't have all the ingredients, and that's why we just do it by ourselves. And it's great to experience that.
Perfect. So just describe to me a bit of what that looks like. How does food get structured within the Global Mercy? I think you have the big canteen, but you don't have to eat there if you don't want to for a meal, or...
Yes, like, there is a menu. Normally it's an 8-week menu we prepare, but we're still free to, like...
Yeah, right now we still make the menu by ourselves with the head chef. We decide what we have to for the whole week. We decide, and especially he and I. Yeah, so we show that to the food service manager, and he's approving that, and we make that happen. Yeah, and we can change during the week if we notice that we don't have any condiment or ingredient. We try to change it into another dish as well as possible. Yeah,
mostly we try to cook as well gluten-free or have options, because there are many people like gluten intolerant or lactose or whatever diet. And but when they don't have anything, or they want to cook something more special, there's still the crew galley available. And mostly I feel like it's on the weekends, people just have more time and they cook together, like and share some time or some experience. So
that sounds really nice. So you get to try other cultures and other foods, and
yes,
that sounds really special. What would you say to people who weren't sure about joining or hadn't heard of Mercy Ships? How would you describe that to them?
Yeah, I can say that it is an amazing place to come just experience how the life is here. It's completely different to the world, like outside, but here is a place. Feel free to come and test. And then you can go and come back if you want. Just come and try. It is amazing place. That's how I can say it.
And for you, Johny, with the day crew, how has it impacted people's lives? For those day crew that signed up with you, first of all, what have they been able to go on and do?
Some of the day crew, as the start, especially like in Senegal, some of them are Muslim, and with this mission of Mercy Ship is touching their heart to see how big God is. And I believe that can touch their heart to become a Christian or to serve God in another way. So that is one thing for the takeover. In each country the ship is going, and it's giving them the hope as well that after serving, after the ship leave the country, they can find a job, they can do some things, and that is really important for the day crew.
So what was it like? I'm going to ask you, because obviously Mercy Ships came to your home country. we quite often hear the stories of volunteers who've travelled with Mercy ships to come in. But what did that feel like for helping with the day crew, but also for you to be waiting for Mercy ships to come? Did you know what they were going to do, or?
For that, waiting for the ship
Mhm.
is quite like there's no guarantee, nothing sure that you will be select be on the ship to work as day crew. Is where we really see the how God's working through the hope.
Mhm.
See the hope happen. I hope that I can do it, and that is quite my story.
Mhm.
I left Benin 2018 to Guinea-Conakry without any guarantee to work as day crew again in Guinea-Conakry.
Wow.
So as soon as we arrived to Guinea-Conakry, I spent 6 months, and we fill out all the form to work as day crew, but they reject our form because it's not allowed that someone from another country will be selected as day crew.
Oh wow.
So I was, no God, you open the door for me to come until here, so you will not let me down. Just be patient. And after 3 months, they said, hello, Johnny. Are you available to come and serve again as day crew? And I was, yes, I'm here for that. So
Wow.
it's difficult, but we need to be patient. And I learned a lot from that,
Mhm.
how God is faithful. And yeah.
That's really interesting. So we hear a lot about patience, waiting,
Yes.
and hoping that they can have the
Okay.
opportunity. But it's not just the patients who are impacted then.
Yeah.
And what about those that you were serving with?
Yeah. Some of them are cooked today. Some of them are serving another ship as
Mhm.
well, because of what they got from the ship, from Mercy ship, and that is helping many people, many day crew that are served with as well. Yeah.
Amazing. And for you both, obviously, there is still, Mercy Ships is about providing hope and healing. Is there a patient story that sticks in your mind the most from when you've been serving?
Yeah. Who I don't know the name. Yeah. But I remember in Guinea-Conakry there was a little girl that we visit in Hope Center,
Mhm.
and she was sitting on my leg and she peed on my. So I think she has a leg problems.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, she got a
Yeah.
surgery on her legs. Yeah.
So I don't know her name, but looking into her life before and after the surgery, everything, how that can make her happy forever.
Mhm.
That is really, she's one of them that I keep in my mind because of the pee. It was warm and yeah, yes, it's quite interesting.
Shows that she felt relaxed with you.
Yeah.
But that's
Yes.
amazing. So did you get to see her actually walking after the
Yes,
surgery?
yeah, that's amazing. Yes. Yeah.
How about you,
Yeah.
Tamara?
Yeah, it's difficult to have one patient story. Yeah, because there were
Yeah, there
so
were
many
many.
people, and it was as well more like they're all the nurses or the medical staff who are always with the patients. I mean, for me, it was more like the Hope Center was like the the place to go and to meet, and they changed so many times that you sometimes didn't really got the whole story, but you just saw them like a day before they left, and you just feel their joy, and you can just share life with them, just to play them. That's why it's not one story
It's
specific. It's
Yeah.
there's so many
Mm.
who come and go, and
Yeah.
yes.
And so to explain, with the Africa Mercy, there has to be a separate construction, doesn't there, for the Hope Centre and
Yeah.
tents and everything.
Mm.
Whereas on the Global Mercy, when she goes into field service, that will be on one ship.
Yeah.
Yes.
But what does that feel like to be able to walk through? You talked about what hope looks
Yeah.
like. How does that feel watching and being knowing that you're part of a patient going from hope, knowing that they'd hoped for something for so long to actually it being tangible?
Yeah, for me, like it's amazing how powerful hope is, because it makes people waiting for several years, and just taking such a long way
Yeah.
to get to the ship finally, and it's like it's inspiring, because sometimes for me, like as a European, I'm not so patient. I feel like so many others from the patients
Yeah.
we've had. But it is.
Yeah, I think it's quite good now that we will have them on the ship here on the GLM, and some of the time we can make them if we have the opportunity, and we don't have to travel long way before visit them and see how they're doing. And here as well, I believe with visiting them, we bring the joy, we bring another kind of life to show them that there is a hope always. And through the hope, we can make a lot of things by the grace of God. And that is quite nice things on the ship here. Yeah.
That's brilliant. Well, thank you so much. That's such a wonderful
You're
thought to leave it
welcome.
on. So thank you both so much for your time and for sharing your stories.
You're welcome.
You're welcome.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yes.
Perfect.
Yes.